And poor quality goods and counterfeit products continue to wage its war against the facilitation of trade. Kenya has suffered the brunt of poor quality and counterfeit goods over the last few years, a battle that seems far from ending. This emerged during a stakeholders meeting hosted by the Kenya Bureau of Standards. We'll get to that story later on. Let's give you a dose of the next frontier for now. And dairy farming in Kenya has been undergoing a transformation that is making it one of the fastest growing sectors in Kenya. On this week's episode of The Next Frontier, Philip Keitani visited a farmer in Ongata Rongai who is setting the pace in modernizing the dairy sector in Kenya. Take a look.
Nested in Ongata Rongai and sitting on a 1-acre piece of land is Kenran Dairies, a modern example of a world-class dairy farm that is setting the pace in the country on how dairy farms need to look like. Meet Honorable Omingo Magara, the former Member of Parliament of South Mugirango constituency, who is also the brains behind Kenran Dairies.
2010 is when this journey started. And of course, sometimes when things happen, you think God is throwing you into the oblivion. But sometimes it works for the better. So 2010 is when I started this project, and I think I have no regrets about it whatsoever.
The farm started with 6 cows in 2010, and in a span of 10 years, the farm has seen its herd grow from the original 6 to the current 62 cows.
I bought 3 animals first from Rift Valley Technology Farm. That time they were costing about 150,000 shillings per cow. Then those were in calf. All of them gave me heifers, and I was excited. So I went for the second round again. I bought 3 other animals, and all of them gave me boys. And you know, for a dairy farmer, boys are a disaster. But I think that God equalized that. So this is the conventional semen. 50% chance gave me 3 heifers and 3 bulls. And then that's how I grew. Today we have about 63 animals, and I've lost about 20.
An industry that has been around for a millennia, dairy farming is in the midst of an era of modernization. The world's population is growing at a breakneck speed. This surge in growth, combined with increasingly pressing need to find renewable, sustainable methods for feeding the planet, demand an evolution in farming techniques. And that is exactly what Kenran Dairies is striving to achieve.
This journey is not so easy because you can also get disappointed along the way because of the cost of feeds, hardship areas like Ongata Rongai. We have not had rain for the last 4 or 5 years. So we depend 100% on import to this farm. That is a major cost. And when you find it painful that even dairy inputs are taxed, Lucerne from Naivasha, you pay VAT, is actually obnoxious. It's not only primitive but absurd that we use other people subsidizing feeds as we are taxing the feeds for our cows.
According to Magara, the end consumer obtaining milk that is clean and free of harmful bacteria is paramount. But this can only be achieved by using innovative techniques and high-quality milking machines.
In this country today, our people are suffering because of cancer of the stomach. Reason, farmers who are desperate, they produce milk today, and in 8 hours, they must sell or they waste the milk. And that desperation, they are trying to preserve milk using unconventional ways, including adding formalin, a straight base of cancer, and hydrogen peroxide. But we can easily put our farmers together through the counties. They buy a chilling tank of 2,500 or 5,000 liters. Farmers then can collect their milk, which they can chill for 7 days without pressure.
The farm employs innovative technologies in order to maintain as suitable a business as possible. Nothing from the land and from the farming process goes to waste. They even harness the power of methane gas from the cow's manure and use the gas to heat all water being used to clean the milking parlor and all equipment at the farm.
I believe in the theory of Miles Monroe, who believes that if you have knowledge, pass it on so that you die empty. Because if you have it, it doesn't benefit you. So we are willing to offer knowledge to people in our gates, our doors are open. We also import semen. We can give some training to agricultural institutions or universities that do agriculture. As I said, if you have an interest in something, you can do it.
To feed the world, farmers like Omingo Magara need to be on cusp of convergence with innovation and sustainability if they are to produce enough. The farm plays music to its cows just before milking, which they say help to relax the cows, and in return, they give more milk.
So research has proven that milk drops, there's an hormone from between the horns, that when it drops to the cow for stimulation or a milk letdown, it lasts for 7 minutes. So if you have a cow that has more than a high producer, by hand you may take more than 7 minutes. And any time after the 7 minutes, you're losing milk. That's number one. Number two, this system hygienically manages the milk because nobody touches the milk until it goes to the chilling tank. And number three, when you efficiently milk with this machine, it reduces on time. And hygienically, the machine is managed, and the milk is managed. And thirdly, the cows don't suffer from mastitis because when they withhold milk after the 7 minutes, the chance of mastitis happening on the cow is major.
Kenran Dairy has an automated milking parlor with a state-of-the-art machines that can milk 10 cows simultaneously in 5 minutes. Currently, the farm milks 24 cows per day, producing 500 liters. These machines record the amount of milk from each cow and transfer it to a cooling chiller where it can be stored for up to 4 days.
We encourage that this can be done, and it's possible, it's doable. If others can do it, anybody can. And as I told you, we have a solution for small-scale farmers, big-scale farmers, and two, even this is fairly large. You can start with three bottles both sides, that's a double 3 or a double 2, and then provide for this tunnel to grow it to whatever amount you require, including a double 10, meaning you are milking 20 cows at a go, 10 and 10.
The milk must be tested and analyzed regularly using smart systems like this one. The inside of the milking liners are rinsed every single time after milking, ensuring that the level of hygiene remains high. Animal grooming is also a top priority at the farm, which helps the cows look clean and healthy. Despite Kenya being a leading producer of milk and dairy products in the region, Kenya is still not able to meet the high demand of milk in the country. But with this kind of investment, Kenya will soon be able to meet the growing demand of milk and dairy products. Philip Keitang for the Next Frontier.